Y'all see the name? Deion Walker. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. At least I'm in the stands. You know where I'm at? ECE, Detroit Edison. All right, guys, you see where we at. We're at Depsa High School, and to be honest, when I was at Consortium, we played Depsa. Um, with all due respect, they were nothing. They were nothing. They were, you know what I'm saying, like nobody really knew about Depsa until this man to my right came here. And this man is none other than Mr. Brandon Bo Neely, Coach Bo.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, D.
Okay, so what's going on here today? I want you to let everybody know who you are and just tell everybody about your accomplishments in coaching thus far.
Well, I'm Coach Bo Neely. My name is Brandon Neely. Everyone calls me Bo. And so I've been here since 2014. This is the job that um, was on my bucket list just because I'm in this neighborhood. I grew up in this neighborhood, so when I was presented with the offer, it just made all the sense in the world. My life has always been full circle, and that was another example of how things come full circle.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, thanks for joining us on Sweat Equity Stories, where we're all about the grind, the work, and the passion behind the success. And so, Coach, if I was to walk into your practice right now, or you've been doing this for quite a while. If I was walking into your practice and I asked some of your players to describe you in one word, what would they say?
Um, I think they would just say Coach is extremely serious and dedicated to what he's doing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the first thing I always want to get across to my young men is how serious I am about the sport. I've always been extremely passionate about basketball, and sometimes I can be a little extreme. I understand that, but I want my guys to understand how serious they need to be when they come in the gym just because of what basketball can do for their lives.
So, what do you mean by extreme? You say you can be extreme sometimes.
Well,
Explain to us what extreme is.
my personality I would describe as extreme. An example of that is all through high school and college, I've never ever missed a practice.
Mm.
I was always first in every sprint from high school and college.
Mm.
It was just extremely important to me to be first all the time. And so these are the things that I expect from my players. I was serious, I was chasing it. And if you're serious about it, then you are chasing it. And I think that basketball is a game that it's going to treat you how you treat it.
Mm.
So if you give 100%, that's what you're going to get out of it. It gets 75%, that's what you're going to get out of it. And in today's game, we were never compensated the way these kids are being compensated now. Back in the day, you dreaming about being a pro because that was the only way to get rich through basketball. Playing the game, of course, there was other avenues through the game. But now, man, these kids can come out of college with a master's degree and hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars to start their lives.
So you're building young man.
Yeah, man. So I think that that's a reason to be serious about something. And then I try to lead by example. I'm 57 years old. I'm still running and staying in shape and just trying to prove to the guys I'm never going to try to put you through anything that I don't think you can go through. I want to see the guys soar like eagles. When the eagle is flying up in the air and he see another object coming towards him, you know it's another eagle because nobody else can fly that high.
And Coach just did 3.5 miles today. He won't tell you, but he don't even look like he even did nothing. You know what I'm saying? He like guys 57 looking like he in his 40s. So I don't know, black don't crack over here. But Coach, your coaching style, who was your favorite NBA player growing up?
Oh, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird.
Just period. Why? Why those guys?
Just again, dedication. You could see those guys, the work that they put in, you can always see it on display.
Mm.
They pretty much mastered their crafts. They were extremely serious about it. Larry Bird, when he got to the Celtics, they had 21 wins. He turned it around to 60 wins. Isaiah Thomas took a team that has very minimum Hall of Famers, and he did some incredible things, man. Won back-to-back titles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seem like depth. It seemed like depth. Okay, so as far as in your coaching style, do you like have a coach that's in the NBA like or as far as in college, whatever you prefer that you think your coaching style is like?
I don't think that. I think I take a little bit of something from everyone. I'm a student of the game, so I always believe in continuing to study. I don't think that, basketball is something that I learned in the 80s and I'm going to go with that philosophy in 2025. I have to continue to grow. So I continue to study the Bruce Pearls and the John Beeline is one of my favorite. I think he's one of the most underrated coaches ever, but I thought he was an extremely smart guy. And so I would think of John Beeline, just because I study a lot of things that he does. Tom Izzo, just for his dedication and intensity and passion for the game. Who else could I say? Arkansas, Nolan Richardson, just because of the 40 minutes of hell that he used to display. Bob Huggins with his full court 94
Ooh.
feet of pressing. So I would say I get most of my philosophy from those guys.
Oh wow, this guy know
Hmm.
everybody. Okay, okay. So in high school right now, um, who are some of those high school matchups where you just know like, all right, hey, this program, you got your guys who y'all guys have been peers during y'all time, and now y'all are coaching during your time. Who are some of those high school programs or some of those guys who this finna be a fucking matchup. This finna be one of those fucking war ass games, fellas. Bring your
Man,
shit.
a lot of guys, but I tell you what, man, you'll be extremely surprised by this name I'm about to mention. Of course, White L, because
Hmm.
he and I I've probably played White L more than I've played anyone else since I've been coaching.
Mm.
When I was here and he was at Persian, I think it was 2 seasons in a row we had to play 4 times apiece.
Mm.
We were in the same conference, so we had to play a game apiece. Then we were both, I think we played in the city championship, in the city playoffs, and then had to turn around and play in the regional
Mm.
playoffs. So Waddell is a guy that I could think of, always excited to play him. But the guy that I have the utmost respect for, that a lot of people won't mention around here, but he is extremely good coach, and you better be prepared when you line up against Jordan Vito over at
Mm.
Fitzgerald. Yeah, he's a
Mm.
great coach. He knows his stuff, and he's always going to be prepared.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's a great name. That's
Yeah.
my guy.
Hmm.
That's my guy. Okay, okay. That's a great little stuff. So take us back to where you grew up and what was it like for you as a kid?
Oh man, well, man, I grew up in a single family home right here in Black Bottom,
Mm.
maybe about point 0.3 miles up the street, St. Albans and Hancock.
Oh wow.
I had a routine, man. I used to bust out the door every day, run up Warren to Wayne State, hit the steps, run back, stay up at that court right there on Forest Park for 3 or 4 hours until everybody else came. Man, I played 101 games by myself, man, and every single game that I put together in my head as my journey began to play out, every situation came to fruition.
Mm.
Everything I ever prepared for, man, I could remember getting to a point where that stuff was coming to fruition. So I'm an extreme believer in hard work, man. And, I was so small and it was so competitive. I think I grew up in the very best era of Michigan basketball. A lot of people want to dispute that, but we could talk about that and analyze it. I think we may have had between 84 and 87, maybe 20 first round draft picks.
Mm.
While I was talking to some younger guys maybe about 3 months ago, and they were talking about their era of sending guys to college when guys were going to the NBA out of
Mhm.
our era.
Mm. I mean,
It
facts. Yeah,
wasn't it
yeah, yeah.
wasn't a Division I thing. It was the NBA thing, and it was not second round and free agents. We
You
were,
talking about the
Chris
Derek
Webber,
Coleman? Yeah.
Derek Coleman,
Mhm.
Jalen Rose, Steve Smith, Doug Smith, Lloyd Vaught, Glenn Rice, just to name a few
Steve
off the top.
Smith.
So, those guys were
Woo.
first round picks and also all stars in NBA.
Oh wow, you was Thomas Shepard from above the brim before I even
Absolutely.
like. But that's also is you're it seem like even like you're a big believer in God for sure,
Hmm.
but you're thinking about it, you're manifesting things. As far as in you're
Absolutely.
manifesting what you
Absolutely.
want to do. It seems like when you just say everything that you said
Hmm.
that you wanted came to life. You a go getter. Like think about it, you're still doing
Hmm.
3.5 miles now, and
Hmm.
like it's a mindset thing.
Oh,
So to have
absolutely.
that type of mentality,
Absolutely.
where did
Absolutely.
that come from?
You know what, man? God is good because I don't know. Like I didn't have a father. My father was in my life, but he was more of a financer. He didn't take me around and show me things. My mom trusted me to do a lot of the things that I was interested in doing. She trusted that I would be out there and not get in any trouble. And she knew that if she was looking for me, just pull up on the basketball court, I'd be there somewhere.
Okay, okay. So you said, I'm sorry, just to go off into life, but you say your dad was just a financier. I'm really a big believer. Is maybe that came from that because maybe your hard work just comes from just proving to whoever, maybe to yourself, like man, like I'm on. But then that's also probably why you're a great dad as well,
Hmm.
as far as in with your family structure. You have like go ahead. I mean, and like your family structure. Everybody. I mean, the Neelys. I'm sorry, but the Neelys is like a now like a house like a home like a last name household
Yeah,
name
yeah.
in the city and people knows about. But it may have started with your dad. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You did a
Actually,
whole lot. Tell me about
my
that.
mom, man.
Okay.
My mom is what made me a great dad because she was such an awesome mom. Like my
Mm,
mother really, really, really taught me how to love.
mm,
My mom, my grandma, my granddad, it was never a day that I ever questioned their love for me.
mm,
And that's what, I saw the way my mom treated me, and I treated my children the way my mom treated me.
mm,
And so that I have to give all the credit to my mom, man. She's the one that showed me that she prioritized me as a kid. We didn't have any money, we were poor, but I didn't know that until I got grown.
mm.
She just kept that buffer out there, man. She always trusted me to go and do the things that I needed to do to get where I wanted to go.
Oh man,
Yeah,
your
absolutely. It's
mom's
my
a great
mom.
man. Your
Yeah,
mom's a
my
great
mom,
mom.
man.
I can tell what she instilled in you, like
Yeah.
the way you're talking about it
Hmm.
and your tone,
Hmm.
and man, just the person you are. And I see how you. I've personally seen how you are with
Yeah,
your wife,
absolutely.
and seen how your sons are with their wives, and now how
Hmm.
your daughter is. It's like
Hmm.
the whole Neely's is just great people, and I
Yeah,
feel like,
appreciate it.
and I'm happy that your mom made you, because like you're a great guy.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so you said, so I know you said you were running sprints and you was doing stuff like that and this
Hmm.
type of things.
Hmm.
So, what was your first introductory to basketball? Like, what made you want to play? You could have played anything. You could have been a football star. What made
Yeah,
you want to
no,
play this?
absolutely, man. One day, man, I was used to live in Fountain Court, lived there from 3 to 9 years old. One day, man, the guy threw me a bat. We were playing a game, we organized some teams. Guy threw me a ball, I caught it and shot it, and it went in all nets. I was hooked from then on. I mean, and the guy come running down, and so the best player in our neighborhood, the older guy, he come running down the fire lane. He say, "Man, who shot that? Who was that that shot that?" And they say, "Damn, man, that was Bo." And I heard all of that, and I felt it, and that excitement has been there ever since, man. I knew right then I was a basketball player.
How did you shoot it? You shot
Oh man,
it,
it's just
just
feel
natural
it. I
shit.
mean, it just I say, shit.
The fucking hood
Man,
love me.
that was it,
Everybody
man.
love me.
That
Oh
was it.
man, I
Hey,
love
you
it.
know what? Can you pause that?
Okay. Hello. All right. I see that depths in the back. That depths in the back look pretty good. Okay. All right. So okay. So when you were young, did you have a coach or a mentor who left a big
Hmm.
impression on you?
Hey, you know what, man? I'm glad you got some great questions, man. I've never in my life had a bad coach.
Mm.
I've had great coaches from beginning to end, starting with Curtis Harvey.
Mm.
Curtis Harvey, who was also the guy that coached what was Super Friends with
Mm.
Chris Webber and Jalen and those guys. I knew Kurt, man, probably 20 years before then. Well, Curtis used to bring us to the YMCA on Dexter and the Boulevard, man, and we would come 3 hours for 4 hours a day and never touch a ball.
Whoa.
all defense.
Damn.
Defensive stands, defensive slides, the whole time, man. And I knew I had passion for the game then because I kept going back.
You had to.
So I thought I was looking back, I was the best player in that environment back then, but the guy that was coaching, he would bring me off the bench. I was some games I wouldn't even play. And I was the better player, but I kept going every day because I was learning so much. And I could tell I was learning the game and I was loving everything that I was learning. And then I moved over here on the east side, and it was 10 times more competitive. It was 10 times more better players. And when I walked in the gym, I was overwhelmed by the talent that I saw at the East Side Center.
Mm.
Jack Gentry was the coach, and I practiced 2 days, and we had a game the next day, and he started me, and I couldn't believe it with all the talent that was in there. But it was from everything that Curtis had taught me defensively, and the things that Jack was teaching. I was so far ahead, and he saw that, and put me right in that system. And ever since then, man, my basketball career took off.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow. That's great. That's good. Okay. So what did hard work mean to you back then compared to what it means now?
Hey, man, the exact same thing. I even have a grading system. Like I grade my kids over the summer because I think the summer is a time that you're supposed to get better.
Mm.
So, on that list in that grading system, I have all their skill sets, ball handling, shooting, passing, free throws, but I also have everything in terms of character. How much does he participate in the group chat? Who is he as a leader? How much does he lead? How often is he here? What does his attendance look like? And it's amazing how all that stuff averages out, and what you'll see is a guy in the ninth grade that's 10 times better than a kid by the time he gets to the 12th. That 12th grader has caught him if his work ethic is better.
Mm.
So you got a kid with high character, get good grades, always here every day. That player that's talented, that's doing it sketchy, when it's all over with, that other guy's walked him down.
Mm. But like I know you said, like, say for instance, like in your time you say you never missed a practice, and you say that you was one of those hard working ass guys, but at the same time everybody's not like that, especially nowadays. It's kind of maybe different. Everybody's not like that. How do you push those buttons to make those kids have that same type of mentality?
You know what, man? It's not easy. That's a great question. But you just draw up the regiment, and you give it to the kids, man, and just get them in the habit of following it. And before they know it, they've picked up the habits. I can tell you one of the testimonies that I have is during the pandemic, every time I rode down Mac, I would see all my ex-players over there working out. So that's the gratification that I get, because when they come here in the ninth grade, I want to teach you how to work.
Mm.
If I can teach you how to work, I think that you'll be fine in life.
Mm. Because to me, that's what it's really about. Everybody's not going to make it to the NBA, like kind of like what you said, like how it was back in your day, and everybody make it to the NBA. But at the same time, they have to make it in life,
That's it.
and
That's it.
that's to me build disciplines in me, because my dad got my you know what I'm saying, like my dad wasn't here with me for but if I didn't have those coaches building me daily disciplines, or me or myself wanting to do what the coaches ask of me, those you have to look at it and put those things back into your life.
Absolutely.
So I'm really a big firm believer in that. Okay, so walk us through your playing career. What was your style like on the court?
Yeah. You know what, man? I played so hard that everybody thought I was a street thug. I had a reputation in high school of being a thug and a street guy, man, and I didn't know anything about the streets. It could be a guy right next to me selling drugs, and I wouldn't know what he was doing.
But why would people say that?
Well, it was just my mentality, man. I always had that lion mentality. Like, I could remember being in, like, B.J. Armstrong was probably the best player I saw as a kid. When he was 12 years old, I was just amazed at the talent he had. When we got to high school, he played at Brother Rice. I played at East Catholic, and they had a write-up in the paper. He was a junior, and we were sophomores. And they said, well, East Catholic has 3 super sophomores, but that's not enough for B.J. Armstrong and Brother Rice. So my mentality to that is I knew damn well BJ couldn't beat us by himself.
Yeah, three people on one.
Yes, three. So we walked to the jump ball. I say, damn, BJ, 3 against 1, huh? That ain't gonna work. Hey, BJ, you bad boy. We finna kick your ass, though, man. And that's what happened. We beat them, and we beat them by 20, and that was the first time in 17 years. Only reason I bring that example up is because I'm the same way today. When I'm coming to a game, man, I always think I'm gonna win.
Mm.
Always think I'm gonna win because I know that as a player, I was gonna be willing to do all those things that everybody else wasn't gonna be willing to do.
Mm.
You know, it's just like the example of you have a bunch of intelligent guys with master degrees and this type of thing. You have a bunch of guys that were blessed with talent and everything, man. But the person that has the most discipline,
Mm.
he's going to be the guy that comes out on top. So, you know, I have a lot of confidence in the discipline that the work I'm going to put in, the discipline that I'm going to put in. And every time I get to that game, I'm coming to the game to kick some ass. Now, I don't care who I'm playing. I don't care how good the team is. I'm coming to kick your ass. And that's just the mentality. So that's the mentality I've always had. You know, every time if it's basketball, oh, I think I can win. I think I can win.
I like that. You probably one of them guys who like you against Michael Jordan. You think you probably could beat his
Hey,
ass
I'm
too.
just trying to figure out how to win, man. I
but
think I can
Mano
win.
versus Imano.
That's it.
Oh
That's
man,
it.
I love that shit. Okay, so do you remember your a moment that tests your grit as a player?
Yeah, Pee Wee Kroom, man, was a guard over at Murray Wright. This dude was extremely tough, man. Pee Wee wasn't talented, you know, but he was tough and grimy. And I can remember the very first time I hit the floor, it was a loose ball, and he just drove my head into the wood. You know, when I came up though, I said, man, I can take anything. So whatever these dudes bring, and I could bring it back. I hope they can take it because my tolerance is high.
I'm coming right
You
back
know,
at
so,
your ass.
but he introduced me to the game at a level that once I went through that with him, I knew that, you know, I didn't have anybody to worry about, man. And Pee Wee was, you know, in high school, he could have been an intimidating figure. He was about 5'10", like 220. Yeah,
Big
just
baby ass.
and you know he wanted to keep his body on you, press you the whole time. Pee had like eczema, so all the skin was peeling. You know, so he wasn't the most appealing looking guy. You know, he had all the attributes to intimidate you. You know. But I say, Pee Wee, man, you gonna get this 50, man. Nigga, I don't give a shit how hard you bring it that 50. You gonna still get this 50.
And I'm on your ass too. Oh
But
my
he's the one that
god.
introduced me. So I give him all his flowers today, man, because he was an extremely tough guy, man.
Oh man, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were to look back at old footage, at your old game footage, what would we see? Would we see hustle, flash, leadership, or would we see all three?
You would definitely see all three.
Mm.
Yeah, hustle, flash, leadership, man. I can remember being in the 10th grade and you know, we lost in the state championship game. And but I remember in the huddles, everything my coach would pinpoint. Okay, all we need is this. Okay, now we need a stop in the basket.
Mm.
Got it.
Mm.
Going out there to get a stop in the basket.
Mm.
You know, so I was always able to hear. I think that's my gift, is being able to hear.
Mm.
You know, so
I love that. I love that, coach. I love that. Okay, so at what? Oh, that's perfect. So at what point did you know that coaching was your path?
you know what, man? I didn't. I never wanted to coach.
Mm.
Yeah, this was not. This was not. You know, man. I always thought, man, it was way too much work, and nobody compensates or give us any credit for like these basketball programs and the guys that you've been to see prior to coming to me. We committing 12 hours a day to this stuff, man, and it's 10 months a year. You know, and then at the end of it, you're getting a stipend, you know, so that those things never turned me on. And then even as a college coach, you know, I don't endeavor to be that because I don't think that I'd be able to display my own talents. I go to the college coach and I'm gonna sit there and listen to the head coach and do whatever he tell me to do. I'm gonna become his flunky, so I wasn't interested in that. But what I am interested in is I love young men. Like I could remember being a young fella, man, and being 17 and 18 and just being extremely confused. So I like to step in that gap for these guys and try to help them bridge that, hey, man, what do I want to do after this? Like, am I going to pursue basketball? If not, what am I going to do? If I go to college, what is that going to look like when I come
Mm.
out of college? Just all of these things, man.
Oh
So,
man.
so my whole thing with the coaching is just it gives me an opportunity to always have 15 young fellas, and I can pour into them and
Mm.
get them as much as I can give them. And then when they leave, when they come back as an adults, that's when we have the fun.
That's what it is.
Like I got Deontay Johnson, man, who's going through the G League and overseas, and he and I were in here talking yesterday just about the things that he's experienced through basketball.
Mm.
And man, it was such an exhilarating conversation because it's like, wow, Spider Man, you getting to really see and experience the world. You know, kid went and lived in Lithuania for 10 months alone, and loved it and had a great experience. Have another player over in Romania that just can't wait for them to call him back. He
Mm.
loves it in Romania. So these kids are 23, 24 years old and getting all this experience in life, and they started here, and I knew these guys when they were just little boys.
Mm.
So that's what I'm into the coaching
Mm.
for, man.
Mm. So my
Yeah.
spider, who's that, Dave?
Oh yeah, Deontay Johnson, the Spider,
Sorry
and
about
then
that. Sorry about
yeah,
that,
and
guys.
then Brian Taylor.
I just seen
Yeah,
Brian Taylor the other day.
yeah,
Yep, he
those two
told me.
guys, man.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Oh wow. I was telling him about, yeah, before you went over to Coach Bo, you was a pretty quiet assassin. You used to be killing motherfuckers and like wouldn't be saying nothing. I just seen. I said, now you talking shit and
Yeah,
stuff. I
yeah.
said, I love that, man. I love that.
Yeah, his personality is coming out, man.
Yeah, I love that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So, was there a specific moment or moments now that you've been coaching for long, or players that confirmed from you, like, yeah, this is why I coach. And you could probably say that. I mean, you got your sons. Your sons was great. Your sons won a championship. I mean,
Hmm.
won a state
Hmm.
title as
Hmm.
well.
Hmm.
So my whole
Hey,
thing is like, yeah.
it's one thing, man. People could say what they want to say about the Neelys and when we're up, when we're down, but it's one thing about us, man, is we're champions. Like we win on every level, man. I won in high school as a player. I got a state championship as a player and a coach. My son had the experience of going over to Western and turning that program around, 26-0 with a state championship. Dealt with Cassius Winston from 6 years old all the way up through, and we all dispersed out to different spots because we wanted everybody to know, hey man, we win. Wherever we at and whatever is going on, is some winning happening. And everybody could look away from that and act like they don't know that, but all of those are facts, man.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
we win, man.
So give me some players though. I know that's your son, and as far as in your family, because your family will definitely take on your traits
Hmm.
as far as in the winning traits, as far as in that mentality. But give me some players or some moments as far as in you coaching.
You mean just playing against some
No, no,
guys?
no. As far as in like he was talking about Deontay Spider, like you know what,
Hmm.
seeing him
Hmm.
developing
Hmm.
this and seeing
Hmm.
him doing that, or
Hmm.
maybe you know what I'm saying, maybe the Pierre that went to Central Michigan for you,
Yeah,
like whoever.
what, too? I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you a kid that I always, from the time he was 11 years old up until he was drafted, was very intriguing to me. Was Ryan Rollins.
Mm.
Ryan Rollins was a kid that played with the family. He was extremely quiet. But man, I can remember him being 11 years old and him pushing the ball to the basket. A guy steps up and he stopped and just hit a bank shot. And I
Mhm.
said, "Damn, man,
Mhm.
he was skilled as hell and it looked like he could do it in his sleep."
Mm.
So I'm telling Coach Speed, I'm like, Speed, man, Ryan, man, this dude's skilled as hell. Yeah, boy, you got to talk more. You got to talk more. I say, shit, he ain't got nothing to say, but he sure kicking a whole lot of ass, man. And I always just saw a silent killer in him, man. He lived out in Macomb, way out in 20 something miles. So, I couldn't get him to attend school here. I used to talk to his mom all the time, but he was around a lot of talent. Jalen Terry, the Hardy kid that plays with Dallas
Mhm.
now. He was one of my favorites as
Mhm.
well in that group. But
Mm.
they were extremely talented group, man. And but he was my favorite in that group.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So how does coaching compare to playing in terms of the grind?
Well, you know what, man? It's the same in a lot of areas, man. I think one of the things with coaching is trying to get the guys to believe what you believe,
Mm.
and I was also able to do that as a player, but being out there and being an example and then leading was a little easier than, trying to get the guys to believe from the sideline. I can't
Mm.
make a basket, I can't make any
Mhm.
passes, and the kids don't want to hear all these old stories about what you used to be because you can't do it now. So,
Mhm. I don't
but
know. You probably you can
well,
do it now.
hey man, 57 years old. I got a story, man, about I was 33. I was in tip-top shape, best shape I, could be in, man. I'm playing against a kid 22 years old. We jump, they come out to the jump ball. They say, "Who you got?" "Oh, I got this guy right here." So they throw the ball. Next thing you know, man, I got my hands on this dude's stomach, and he's in a Jordan position, finna hook dunk it. And at that moment, there was nothing I could do. The next play, he comes down, he bounces it on the floor. I try to stop it from bouncing, it go over my head. He dunks it again.
Damn.
So I say, "Damn, y'all, who is this?" It's Springs, right?
Oh shit.
So, but the thing is, I said that's living proof. There's no way a 33-year-old dude could check a dude 22.
Yeah, yeah.
It just is impossible, man. You
Father
just
time.
yeah, Father Time is undefeated, man.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So when you hear the phrase sweat equity, what does that mean to you?
Oh man, the time, the hours.
Mm.
You know, um, I also monitor my guys by that. Like, I got a little guy that's in the 10th grade now that he has some athletic challenges. He's not strong, he's not fast. I've opened the gym up every morning from 7:30 since August 5th of last year. This kid was the only one that probably came. If I opened it 30 times, he was there 28.
Mm.
Man, so I think his hours at the end of the day are going to be so much past the guy that is more talented to him that's not working.
Mm.
And give you an example, man, we playing a summer league game and he didn't get any time, man. It's 10 seconds on the clock. We get fouled. The guy that got fouled was hurt. He couldn't shoot the free throws. So they, hey man, you gotta get a free throw shooter. So I picked this guy to shoot the free throws because I knew he was gonna make them.
Mm.
I'm watching him every morning at 7:30 in here working on shooting
Mm.
free throws. I
Mm.
knew he was gonna make them.
Mm.
So, man, and then his character is high. He's always where he's supposed to be. I have a lot of confidence that this kid is gonna come out with a whole lot more than he thought he was gonna get when he came in.
Mm.
Yeah. So my answer to your question is the hard work, man. If you don't have it, I don't think if you ain't 6'6", 6'9", man, and you're not working hard, man, basketball is not the game
Oh
for you.
my God.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
not the
God.
game.
So like even how you said it is just he coming here at 7:30 and like you just talking about like the hours like people don't know is the daily disciplines. You can
That's
do
it.
something for 20 minutes
That's
a
it.
day
That's it,
and just
man.
make it small.
Yeah.
And if somebody's not doing it at all,
Oh
you
man.
got now an
That's it.
hour on them per week.
That's it.
And they don't even know that you like this,
Yeah.
but then you're gonna increase it to 4. Like
Come
you
on,
just said,
man.
you did
Over the
2.5 miles
years.
over the time. You're gonna do more
That's it,
because
man.
because you built that daily discipline,
That's
man.
it.
And those
That's
daily
it.
disciplines that you build for yourself matters over time.
Absolutely.
As far as in compared to the other guy who's not
That's
building
it.
daily
That's it.
disciplines.
That's
Oh
it,
my
man.
God. Oh,
Sweat equity.
come on now, I talk that shit. Yeah, so look, so how do you teach your players to value hard work over shortcuts?
You know what, man? Unfortunately, there's always gonna be some kids that are working, and there's always gonna be some kids that are not.
Mm.
So, all the kids that's working have to do is look at the kids that are not and see, oh man, I'm stretching out. I'm getting past this kid. I had a kid, Karan, what was Q's last? Karan Williams. Karan started playing basketball in the 7th grade. So when he got here with a bunch of ninth graders, he was the least of all of them. He
Mm.
left out way better than all of them. Just
Mm.
outworked them. He was
Mm.
the only kid. Coach, can I get in the gym? Can I get in the gym? Can I get in the gym? He was so serious about it, and he was the only one out of that class that got a basketball scholarship.
Mm. So you're just
So,
saying basically it's like the people it's going to show. I mean, you need to open your eyes
oh
up
yeah,
and like open
that's
your
it.
eyes up and look.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
So what's one drill or practice habit you swear by to build mental toughness?
Oh man, uh, you know, the funniest thing is I think that one of the lost arts today is the game 21.
Mm. Mm.
21 taught you how, so you have to make the crucial free throw, you go back 5 points.
Mm.
You got to you have to be able to rebound. Nobody's going to pay. You know how, hey, nobody ain't pass to be able to pay. 21, nobody's going to pass it
Get
to
that
you.
bit.
Got to get that thing yourself, man. So I think, I try to create that type of environment where, I put the kids in rebounding drills where you got to get so many in order to get out of the drill. So it's just tireless rebounding.
Mm.
Cross country is something I mandate because I
Mm.
think it builds mental toughness. I don't even think it's the whole getting in shape because you're working on slow twitch muscles, but you are overcoming some fears that you thought some things you couldn't do. And then you got like cross country practice really should be a 9 or 10 mile run every day.
Mm.
But a kid wouldn't think he could do that. I had a group of kids, man, and they were freshmen and sophomores, and we were going to the playoffs in the cross country meet at Belle Isle. We were in the PSL at this time. So the practice that Monday, the meet was Wednesday. That Monday in the rain, we ran 5 miles, 4 miles, 3 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile. And these kids never ever complained. One time when they got back for the first 5, I said, "How y'all feel?" "Oh, coach, that felt good. It's raining now." I said, "Okay, take off. Give me 4 more." No questions. The kids
Mm.
took off.
Mm.
Came back. "For how you feel?" "Oh man, I was good, coach. I feel like I'm getting in some shape." "Okay, we got 3."
Mm.
No question. Took off and did 3, man. By the time we got to 2, it was like those guys could have started all over again, man.
Mm.
And we went to the meet. Now we lost to Persian by a point, but we were freshmen and sophomores running against seniors.
But coach, you're so smart because what you did was like you even like that's a smart tactic right there, to just not tell the guys, hey, I wasn't adding, but hey, you got 13 miles. You did,
Mhm.
oh no, fuck that, I ain't
Mhm.
doing 13 miles.
Mhm.
No, 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 you got 5.
Mhm.
Oh no, no,
Absolutely.
no, no, no. Okay, 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 y'all good. No, no, no. Here's
Mhm.
more.
Mhm.
Just keep adding little disciplines. You wasn't telling you that. I mean, they got 14 because they'll be crushed. Like, oh
Mhm.
man, 14 miles. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing all that.
Yep. Yep.
You broke it down
Yep.
for their mind to understand this. You can do 5 miles. You can
Yep.
do 4.
Yep.
So just okay. I love that. I love that. I'm sorry. I had to be able to say that. Just a few more, 3 more, and we done. Okay. So do you think today's generation of athletes has it harder or easier when it comes to earning success?
Wow. What a great question. I think they have it an easier time um, on the path to success. Um, I think that I think it's harder for them because they don't have the resources we had, and it would look like they do because technology is way ahead of what it was when we came up. But they don't have the rec centers. They don't
Mm.
have the courts outside where we played from sun up to sundown until you had the white salt dried up on the side of your face. I don't even know if they know what that looks like. But we did that daily, and I think that took all the thinking out of the game. There was
Mm.
so many things you did naturally. Now the kids are doing more training, so I'm standing over here wide open, and this kid is dribbling the ball.
Mm.
Where we knew to just swing that basketball to shift the defense. So I
Mm.
think man, it's a give and take. I think that, they have more parent support. They have more resources in terms of what they can do, but they also have to have the money to get better because everything costs now where we could just go to the playground and play all day,
Mm.
you know.
I mean, but coach, the playgrounds are empty. So there's playgrounds out there.
They
So
empty.
they're choosing to just go train, or they're choosing to just go to or just a run. They ain't going down the street with their mans, go get their mans and go over there, go challenge the other block. They ain't going to go do that.
True. Yes and no. Well, I'll tell you what, the courts are empty, but so are the neighborhoods.
Mm.
Like you walk through the neighborhoods, they're quiet. I grew up right here, man. I walk
Mm.
through here. I drive through here on Sundays just looking at properties and whatnot. And I've drove through here numerous of Sundays and have not saw one person.
Mm.
Whereas when we were growing up, Detroit was comprised of 1.8 million people. So you had those options to go and gather the neighborhood up to meet up and play games. Now, there's nobody out
We
there,
have people
man.
outside, man. Coach, you know that people gonna be inside. Sorry, scrolling on their phone, watching some Netflix
Yeah,
or whatever it is. But like you
but
didn't
let me
have all that
ask you.
shit.
There you
You
go.
didn't have all
There
that, so
you
you had
go.
to be
We
outside going
didn't
to go
have the
play. So
distractions. We
how
didn't
can
have
those
them.
guys block that shit out and just go, I mean, like how can like will there ever be a day where we would just be seeing parks and stuff going back
You know
booming?
what, man? I personally think it's over with. I think, like you said, with all of and then you got social media, which makes life dangerous
Oh
because
man.
now I'm live, I'm at this court, this guy's looking for me, so here he comes, he shoots the court up.
Oh my fucking god.
See all of these crazy things. And things were bad back then, but they weren't magnified by the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So things were, and then there were so many more morals and values. These people today there's no morals, man.
My fucking
So
god.
many innocent bystanders just for stupidity, and I don't know if there were gangs or not when I was growing up because I didn't, I wasn't into that type of thing, but I know that we were safe. I played at the playground all day, every day, 3 or 4 different courts, and I can't remember one court being shot up.
Me neither. Me
Yeah.
neither. Me neither. Okay, just a couple more. Okay, so when your players graduate and move on, what's the number one thing you hope they carry on with them from your program?
The work ethic.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it. All I'm trying to do is teach you how to work. If I can get you to believe that you can be anything you want to be if you're willing to work for it,
Mm.
then I'm satisfied. Because
Mm.
I truly believe that you can do and be whatever you want to be as long as you believe that.
Coach, I tell everybody the same thing. I truly believe everybody on this earth has something unique
Oh,
in them to give. But
absolutely.
if you don't have it right now, this moment,
Hmm.
man, like you said, it's work your ass off to
That's
go
it.
search
That's
for it
it.
and go figure yourself out and go
That's
figure
it.
your life out. Because I'm telling you, you're great at something.
Absolutely.
Go be a blessing and go do what you're supposed to do. But
Yeah.
go fucking find it and have the courage to
Believe that.
fucking be a lion
Yeah.
and be able to
That's it. That's
be
it.
able to face your
That's
fears.
it,
You
man.
know,
That's
so
it.
okay,
Yeah.
so what's next for you in this team this season?
Hey man, you know what, man? I'm gonna have a great time this year. Last year was the roughest season I've had since I've been here. That was the first time that we went into rebuild mode. I thought my younger players were better than my older players, which I knew was going to be a conflict. Um, but I have young players now, man, and I have a team that is so low maintenance in terms of this generation and what they're looking for, and always thinking somebody old. And these are a bunch of hard-working young fellas that love to play basketball. We guard-oriented team, and I think that you can look forward to seeing some good things from Depsa this year.
All right, coach. Last question. If you could leave the audience with one line about success, hard work, or life, like your own personal sweat equity motto, what would it be?
Hard work and discipline equals success.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, and I don't think you can get around it.
Come on now, Coach Bo. I tell you, I mean, I told you off camera. I'm gonna tell you on camera. Time is one of the most best things we have, and for you to be able to carve some time out for me, I appreciate that because if you're saying yes to some things, you're saying no to something else, and I
Absolutely.
do appreciate you giving me your time,
Absolutely. Appreciate you
my
coming
guy,
by.
Coach Bo, Depsa.
My
We're
pleasure, fellas.
we're out.